We started with a very humble, small video shop that had a collection of 1,000 films, I think, at the beginning. We decided to spend a lot of money at the time in buying more films and creating an extensive catalogue, which is now of 20,000 films. It started with just me buying about 1,000 films when we started the business. So it was just a shop. We had like 3 shelves and a counter, and that was the first time I was actually running my own business. After the sort of online explosion of different services that provided like video on demand and online streaming, we had a serious problem in the sense that the business started to crumble. At some point there was a real threat towards the business to go bankrupt. We were not generating the revenue we needed to even pay staff the rent. And the landlady of this building where we are now, she was always very, very supportive of what we were doing. I approached her and I said, listen, we have a problem there because we can't stay in this location. It's not going to work any longer. And I just want to rescue the collection. I just want to put it somewhere where it's accessible and we'll be very, very minimal in terms of overheads. It's there. It was crazy. I mean, it was just really, really very, very ambitious in the sense, but thankfully it was organic, so it's never kind of overwhelmingly, once you're in it, you can't go back, and that's that. So there was something very important, I think, which was about sharing. So I started to pick up like those films that I loved so much. It was just really sort of exposing people to this and just kind of like, look, it's extraordinary. Any plus we would make was spent straight away in buying more films and creating the collection. It was a compromise between commercial cinema, with still at the beginning blockbusters, and then the back catalogue. Many of our members who started had no knowledge of art, film, or the history of film in general. And by just sort of like taking 2 blockbusters and going like, oh, maybe we should try something else, and asking us, and we would just go, oh, maybe you should try this. DVD is more kind of like an access to something, and I think it's really about the medium itself. I would rather have like people accessing a well-curated website. I think that's the problem with online, with the internet in general. Yes, there is everything, but how do we find it? Unless it's been curated, unless someone points you to the right direction. The problem with the DVD format, I think, is that it is very likely to completely disappear within the next 5 years. So we'll keep the DVDs as long as possible, obviously. It feels like it's time to really move on and find other ways to preserve it, the collection, the integrity of the collection, and to readjust with where technology is heading, basically.